Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Traveling Gun. I want to appreciate all of the support that you all have been giving me throughout the years of me doing YouTube. I just, felt the need to say that. I do appreciate everyone who's ever watched, comment, shared, anything that you've done to help me grow my channel. I do want to say I appreciate you. Today, I began a 4-day trip. We are close to the end of July. This is not quite this is the second to last trip of the end of July. I'm at 115 hours for the month, and that's not because I picked up. That's just from the taxiing and everything going through New York. I originally started this month out with like 96 hours, so I've eventually accumulated 115 plus 8 hours of 200% pay. So I'm gonna be okay. It's gonna be a nice little paycheck for next month. Today is, I think it's like 4 legs. A deadhead to Cincinnati, Cincinnati to Newark, Newark back to Cincinnati, and then I think I go Cincinnati to LaGuardia. Something of that nature, I think it is, but I just know I started my trip off in Cincinnati, but I end up in New York tonight for my layover. But other than that, I'm finna get ready and get to the airport, check in for my deadhead, and I'll see you guys a little bit later on once I get to New York. Hello everybody, I made it here to New York. Today's flights were very uneventful, just normal flights, just a 12-hour duty day. We did have an issue with the right wing not accepting gas, so they had to do it manually, which that was already written up in the logbook for the pilots. So it was already a known issue, but I guess it was accepting gas. So once we got to Newark, it didn't. So we had to wait for maintenance to come out and defer it, which only took about 30-40 minutes. But we still ended up only being late 10 minutes, landing back in Cincinnati today. So other than that was all that happened. Tomorrow, it's a longer day, another 12.5-hour duty day, but I have to get up and be at the airport by 8:15. I have to leave the airport at 7:30, and it is going on, 10 o'clock, I think, a little bit after 10 o'clock. So I'm finna get ready and wind down and get ready for bed, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for day 2. Good morning, everybody. Today is day 2. Today's a 5-leg day, but I have 4 short legs. Basically, I go from New York to Nantucket, Massachusetts all day today, and then I end up in Milwaukee. They've already canceled people's flights from yesterday because there's supposed to be thunderstorms rolling in. But like I told y'all before in my last videos, I'm just not that lucky. Except for the one time. But other than that, they haven't started canceling my flights, and I'm coming through in and out of New York all day today. But they canceled other people's flights yesterday for today, but not me. I'm working that Nantucket flight. So like I told my captain, I said, listen, they're not gonna cancel the flights because I'm working it. They never cancel my flights. But we're gonna see how this day goes today. Last night was definitely not enough rest. These 12-hour duty days with 11-hour overnights, which technically means just 11 hours until I have to report. That's not saying, in the hotel and actual sleep. So it's actually a lot less than that, but it is what it is. But tonight is a longer overnight. I think it's 18-hour layover tonight in Milwaukee, so I can make up for rest there tonight. But I'm gonna get ready to go downstairs and excuse me, and get my breakfast, and I'll see you guys a little bit later on. If we do get delayed or cancel, I'll keep you guys updated. So I'll see you guys a little bit later on. Hello everybody, I've made it here to not Milwaukee, but I'm back in New York City, except I came into JFK and not LaGuardia. So let me tell you, today was a doozy of a day. Let's say today we were supposed to do the Nantucket Express from New York to Nantucket. That's all I did today, and I was supposed to work a flight to Milwaukee. So we went from LaGuardia to Nantucket, no problem, came back from Nantucket to JFK. Now on our way from JFK to Nantucket, we were mid-flight, and as I came up, I heard a loud hissing noise at the exit row. So I asked my flying partner, go back there and do you hear any hissing noise, or, because, just want to get a second opinion, because I could just be hearing anything, my ears probably still clogged up or whatever. So she said she heard the same thing. So we called the captain, tell the captain, hey, we hear a hissing noise over the over exit wing. He was like, oh yeah, it's already written up. There was an issue 2 weeks ago on the same plane with the same thing about the seals, but it passed the test that the maintenance people do, so they put it back in rotation. All right, cool, no problem. Go back to doing whatever we was doing on the flight with the passengers. And 10 minutes before we landed in Nantucket, we had to turn back around, go to JFK, because there was no pressurization in the cabin. No oxygen mask dropped down or anything like that. But instead of going to Nantucket and landing, because Nantucket is an island for those who don't know, there's no bridge, there's nothing. The only way to get into Nantucket is by boat or by plane. And there's no maintenance there. They would have to fly a maintenance person into Nantucket. So they chose for us to turn back around, go to JFK, and have maintenance look at it there. And so basically that flight, a 40-minute flight, turned into a 2-hour flight because we had to go there, come back, sit on the runway to find a gate. And maintenance came basically, and I couldn't record to let y'all know because as soon as I got off the plane, I went to use the restroom. Me and the captain, he was like, oh, they gave us a gate already. So we went to go get the gate, go to the new gate, and guess what happened? Started thunder and lightning. Ramp shut down. So sat there for a while and then finally got to Nantucket about, what was it, 7 o'clock? We were supposed to be in Nantucket about 3 something. We got there at 7 o'clock. So my pilots from my flight from JFK to Milwaukee sends a message through our app that we have and was like, hey, where are y'all? And I was like, well, we're in Nantucket. We were delayed. And I guess crew scheduling hasn't relayed to them that we weren't going to make that flight because it was supposed to leave out at 7:20. We're in Nantucket at 7 o'clock. And so they finally took it off of us because they should have in the first place to be proactive. And we didn't work it. We just stayed overnight here in New York. And then I don't have to report tomorrow until, what, almost 6 o'clock tomorrow. So we work our flight from LaGuardia to Pittsburgh, and that's it. I have to take a car service from JFK to LaGuardia for tomorrow. So that was my day today. It was a normal day, normal 12-hour day, but it just seems long because the delays just drain you when you're just sitting there doing nothing. But other than that, I'm not working out tonight. I'm gonna get up tomorrow and work out. I'm finna get ready and shower and lay down and call it a night. I'll see you guys tomorrow for day 3. Hello everybody, so it is the afternoon here in New York, and I was checking my email for work, and I got an email about 3 o'clock saying that they canceled my flight from LaGuardia to Pittsburgh, which that was the only thing I had to do today. So now I'm just on time available, and I did head tomorrow from LaGuardia back to Atlanta. So I just basically been in a hotel, so I got to go from JFK to LaGuardia. But I might try to just go home tonight since I doubt they're going to use me to have, because I'm on time available from 6 to 8:30, which is still going to be a 2-hour call out. So I'm thinking I might just try to get home to Atlanta if possible. I have to non-ref myself because they're not going to be able to pilot space me until in the morning. Now, if I can't get out, I'm going to try to get out on the first flight in LaGuardia tomorrow morning. So that's what we're going to do tomorrow. As of now, I'm finna get ready to go downstairs and catch this car service to LaGuardia and then go from there. So I'll see you guys a little bit later on to let you know what I did. Hello everybody, so I didn't try to go home. So we had to get car service. They took us from one hotel to another hotel in New York, and I'm just on time available, which they still gotta have a 2-hour call out, which they're not gonna use me. So I was like, since they brought me to the hotel, was no point in me trying to go back to the airport, and the flights didn't look too promising. So it was just like, LaGuardia is not one of those airports you can quickly get out and then quickly get back to the hotel. So I'm just gonna keep everything the way that it is. Basically, I did nothing for a whole day, still get paid for it because we are pay protected, and you know, just enjoy it, you know, because this is a rarity, at least for me it is, to where, you know, my flights get canceled. The last flight get canceled yesterday, and then the whole day gets canceled and you don't do anything but just rest in a hotel. So it's kind of like having a day off, but I'm just not at home. It's just like you know, like that, because I only have one day off once I get back home anyways. So I just kept it the way that it is. I'm finna go work out again. I worked out this morning, like I said, but I'm gonna go back and work out again. And yeah, that's all I'm gonna do. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for go home day. Hello everybody, so I made it back to Atlanta. Pretty much nothing happened. I just stayed in a hotel for almost a day and a half, and I deadheaded this morning back to from LaGuardia to Atlanta, and I'm pretty much done, and that's all I have. Sometimes it happens that way, sometimes it don't. You know, sometimes you get days where you do nothing, you get canceled, you just sit in a hotel for 1 or 2 days and you go home. Some days you work like hell for those 2 days, but it's all part of the job. You gotta be flexible and move like the palm trees, as they say. But I'm off for a day, and I start another 4-day trip. I don't know why I did what I did with this 4-day, or why I picked it up, but I'm pretty sure I'll figure it out by the next vlog. But as always, hug on the ones that you love, tell the ones that you love them. I'm out.